Good evening, everyone. I'm happy to introduce our speaker, founder of Noble Transformation Hub, self taught computer scientist and artificial intelligence scientist, and superconscious expert who work with global Fortune 500 company, General Electric, and Wipro Technologies. He has been doing transformation skills development programs and research on business case studies, 21st century skills, future skills, and technology research from the last 14 years globally. He has done 400 plus business and technology trainings programs from Harvard Medical School and Harvard University, other organizations. He spent around $75,000 on his career and courses, certifications, and global project based skills. He has been doing research on computer architecture, quantum computing, artificial intelligence, blockchain, and future technologies. He believes in win win decision making and achieves the goals, objectives as per the lifelong vision. Also, he is an active athlete. He's been participating in Wipro runs and other marathons for the last 10 years. I humbly welcome Dr. Noble Arya, sir, starting this event reinforcement learning use cases organized by AI and Robotics Club. Now I request everyone to keep yourself muted and at the end of the session we will have the Q&A. Thank you sir. I hand it over to you now.
Thank you so much, everyone. And I'm really honored to share my experience and skills and knowledge with you guys because you are future leaders, and we all need to work towards this mission to create new innovative technologies, applications, projects, and all these things. NLP, natural language processing. So in NLP, RL can be used in text summarization, question answering, okay, machine translation, just to mention few. Okay, then the author of this paper is this. This is not my research. I've taken this and I'm giving credit to, this is the model which is for NLP, how you can use NLP model, and this is the research done by. There are a couple of scientists who have done these research, and so their method works for the first selecting a few sentences for the document that are relevant answering questions. So it is detailed summary that how you can use NLP for natural language processing, how you can use reinforcement learning for text messaging, and then you can use it a combination of supervised and reinforcement learning. You can combine supervised learning, also reinforcement learning for what? To use abbreviative text summarization in prep paper in this paper. Like Grammarly is an example. Grammarly uses such technologies where it makes your grammar correct, sentences correct, and it gives you output. And it's a good company also. Like they're focused on this thing only, very deep, and that it's working well for them. Okay, you can see that how they are using it. Okay, and reinforcement learning application in healthcare. You can also apply in healthcare. Like healthcare, how you can apply it. Patients can receive treatment from policies learned from RL system. Okay, earlier, like you went to a hospital, you don't know where are your document, no record, no data, there's no consistent data, no. So here, when we use reinforcement learning in application of in healthcare, what will happen that we'll have a database, we'll know, and we'll predict future diseases also. We'll be proactive when we use reinforcement learning, and we'll know that what kind of food one should eat. Is it organic? Is it nutritional? So all these aspects, and which right now people don't know. Okay, there are hidden things which we don't know. Okay, and we can use reinforcement learning in healthcare. In RL is able to find optimal policies using previous experiences without the need of previous information on mathematical model of biological systems. Okay, it makes this approach more applicable than other control-based systems in healthcare. RL in healthcare is categorized as dynamic treatment uh, and like for chronicle, critical, or automated medical diagnosis and journal. There's also a, like they have created a new instrument to detect the pulses with the machine learning. They have created an artificial intelligence kind of machine which can detect deeply, will give more perfect information about your body. And so this is the structure. You can take a screenshot of it. RL, it is dynamic treatment regime, chronic diseases, cancer, diabetes. They have classified all these things, critical data structure. These are all, they have classified all this health management, drug discovery. All these are the classifications of all these. So you can use reinforcement learning in healthcare. Okay. So these are the like, then in DTRS, the input is a set of clinical observation and assessment of patient. Like you have a clinical observation, and then the output are the treatment options for every stage. These are similar to the state in RL. Application of RL in DTRS is advantageous because it is capable of determining time-dependent decision for the best treatment for the patient at a specific time. Okay, life is changing every second. There's a time series. Every time is changing. And when we find solutions for the problems, whatever solutions you find for the problems, yeah, it's always changing. You cannot have a constant solution for a changing problem. Okay, you cannot have a constant solution for a changing problem. So that is why we need to be lifelong learners. We need to have never ending attitude towards learning, and it's continuous learning. And that's what AI agents and reinforcement learning and artificial intelligence is better at. And we think only that I want to do MBA, I want to do PhD, I want to do this, just, and then we stop. And that is the biggest mistake which we human beings do. It's continuous learning. It's always learning, lifelong learning. So when we are lifelong learners, we always find solutions for the problems which are changing. Right now, every second, there's a change. Can we have a constant solution for the changing problems? No. We need to be constantly learning new, as Einstein said. You cannot have a same solution for the problem which like you cannot have a same solution for the problem which was like older, which was earlier. You cannot have the same solution. You have to reinvent a solution, but there are universal principles which we have to follow. Okay, we need to understand them, concepts. Okay, the application of I've already said that. See, I was explaining, I went very deep into the, like when there are changes in our body, also changes happening, this disease, that disease, this disease got cured, now next disease. So how can we design an algorithm for that? That's a real challenge. So for that, what we need to do is we need to create such reinforcement learning applications which learn from all these patterns, and then we have continuous solution. And with reinforcement learning, there's a solution that once reinforcement learning agent has learned the completely the system, what will happen that then it will it will always find new solutions for the problem which are changing continuously, because every time there's a change in plants, in animals, in flowers, in atoms. Atoms are revolving, universe, planets are revolving, human being they are growing, plants are growing, everybody is changing, streams are like river is flowing, everything is changing. So how can we find solutions for changing problems? We can use AI technology, we can use reinforcement learning agents, and use this for humanity. Like from ages we are not able to tackle these problems, now we can. But if it's like fuel, are you how we are going to use it for humanity? That's the main objective. Like we should serve humanity with these technologies rather than it goes against humanity. Okay. RL has also been used for discovering and generation of optimal DTRS for chronic diseases. Like, you can use proactively these technologies, reinforcement learning for like after 10 years, if there's going to happen a crime, machine learning algorithm will determine that and control proactively. And after 10 years, if I'm going to have diseases, how? Need to work on that. We are leaders. We need to create such technologies. You guys, after 10 years, you will tell me that, okay, this is the technology which is invented by American, German, or Chinese. But why can't we do it now? We invest our time. Government has a lot of resources, Startup India, all these projects. Why can't you guys go and start? Think out of box, think, go and challenge the status quo and think such technologies if we have, and that is the future.